guys can hear me. Happy Saturday. Um, it's a little bit of a different schedule today. I had a really busy week. How was your week, Gems family? Hope your week was well. And we're here for today's stream, live podcast conversation, some motivation. I am Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. I am a life coach, motivational speaker, and I wanted to give a short message to my Gems family here. I'm only going to be on for, I would say, 30 minutes complete. Today, I wanted to talk about our true strength, who we really are at the core of ourselves, what we are really made of. And many of us are so strong. We go through so many things in our life from our childhood till this very moment. And that's why I wanted to have this topic today, that true strength lies in overcoming the things you assumed you couldn't. I think it's very amazing how you don't realize how strong you are. You don't know your true strength until you go through something, until you actually not only feel like you can do it, but you actually do it. Hey, Tasharia, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. And that's one of the things that I am trying my best to not just think about what I think in my mind, because we all know we can be our own worst critic. We will put ourselves down. We will try to sabotage our own success, downplay our gifts, and allow other people to get in our mind. Whether that's relatives or maybe what you did in the past or social media or comparison, competition. There's so much things that can get us to thinking that we can't do something. Life, our finances, our health, lots of things. But, hey, always, how are you doing? Yes, always says you have to be your biggest cheerleader. How are you doing, always? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And I think that that's so important, that no matter what you have been through, no matter what anybody has said about you, relatives, friends, your past, your ex, your health, your whatever, we all have things going on. But we really show how strong we are. We really show what we're made of when we give ourselves that permission. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to walk through this, every challenge. And some challenges are not things that we can get rid of 100%. There's some things that is like a cross. It's like a burden. It's a difficulty that you have to bear for the rest of your life. And that's hard. It's hard when you have things that is not going to be removed from you, but you have to still face it and keep going through it and dealing with it every single day. And I want to clap for you guys. There's a lot of people in our lives that will talk about, quote unquote, that they love us, right? Friends, family, whoever. People love to say out of their mouth that they love you and that they care about you. But really, do they? Are they really clapping for you? Are their actions proving that they truly do care about you? Most of the time, the answer is no, because we show our strength. We show what we're made of. We show how positive we can be. We show our gifts by every time we get up, especially when we don't want to. There's so many times where I know I don't feel like getting up, trying to pay a bill, maybe not feeling the best, grieving, being sad. Everybody has their different things. I have my things that gets me down. I have things that gets me discouraged, but I will not allow the past or people or my challenges to keep me down and to keep me stuck. We have to use our problems, our situations, our past as a catalyst, as a motivation to keep going. There's people who are looking at you right now. I'm going to tell you guys something. I'll put you on game. There's people right now who are expecting for you to lose. They'll never make it. She'll never make it. He'll never make it. And it's the same people who be in your face smiling are the same individuals that they want to see you lose. It's the same people that want to see you fail. The same people who are smiling in your face are the same people who want you to lose. But we're not losers, are we, Gems? We're not losers. You're not a loser. You're a winner. You're strong. You're confident and courageous. You're gifted and talented, very capable, intelligent, all of those things. But those are the self-talk that we have to say to ourselves. I am enough. I am worthy. I am strong. I can endure this. I will get through this season in my life. See, this moment, I woke up with this message on my heart. Thank you so much, always. I really appreciate it. Always says, thank you for always being so supportive. I appreciate you so very much. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, always. And I wanted to say that to every single person who is listening. I don't know what you're enduring right now. I don't know your problems. I don't know your challenges. I don't know the people who have made fun of you. I don't know the people who are trying to plan. There are people who are trying to bring drama into your life to get you distracted and stuck from your purpose. Yeah, there's people around you and they're trying to keep you stuck. They're trying to make you feel discouraged. They're trying to make you lower your vibration. They want you to be angry and sad and miserable just like them. There's so much people who are like that. They are miserable because they choose to be miserable. And because they choose to be miserable, they also want to see you miserable. You know, misery loves company. Hi, Sandra. How are you doing? Welcome. Um, Misery loves company. So many people, they love it. They eat that up. You ever notice on social media or other places, anything that is drama, people fighting, angry, that people just gravitate to that because that's what they enjoy. But here in this message, talking about loving yourself and being positive, being strong, I know that this is only for a certain small crowd of people who want better. You know, I in myself, hi Kenrick, how are you doing? I myself had to give myself a new way of thinking. I didn't grow up in the positive mindset. I didn't grow up with anybody telling me I can do it, I can make it, I can be better. That had to come from within. I had to do some healing. I had to show how strong I was. I was the one that had to say, I'm not giving up. So I'm saying that to every single person who is tuned in right now and listening to this message, whether you are live or you are in the replay. Don't give up, especially when it seems like your back is against the wall. You don't know your next step. How am I going to do this? How am I going to make it? My mental health is just completely out there. I have so much challenges, and every single one of us has challenges. But don't give up right before your biggest boom, your biggest gift, your biggest win. Don't give up. There's a lot of people who want to see you fail, but I, for one, I refuse to give up because what is meant to be for me is mine. And I want you to be, I want that for, I want that to be your mantra as well. Don't give up just because it's tough, just because it's a challenge, just because you may not have support, just because you're not where you want to be, it doesn't mean you should give up. Yeah, you can be upset, you can be sad, but don't stay in that space. Don't vibrate in negativity because personal growth and development, happiness and peace cannot thrive in that drama-filled situation. You have to shift your energy. You have to shift your attitude. You have to know I can be better. Even if you don't know, even if you don't understand. Even if you, when you don't understand what's going on, why am I having so much problems right now? Why don't people support me? Why am I struggling financially? And, one of the things that I had to be completely honest is I had to get out of my own head. I had to stop telling myself I can't do things. You got to stop that. Thank you so much, always. I really appreciate it. I had to get out of my own head. I had to stop saying that to myself that I can't do it, because whatever you tell yourself, there is power in the words that you say. There's power in the tongue. There's power in the things that we think about. So if you think to yourself, I can't do this. If you think to yourself, this is too tough, too hard, this is too much of a challenge, that is the reason why you're going to give up. See, but that true strength, that true power is, I don't know, I don't understand, but I'm going to keep trying. And all I'm saying to all of you gems is do your best. I don't mean your sister, auntie, mama, cousin, people on social media. I mean doing your personal best. Yours. See, it's not about anybody else. It's about you and you feeling good about yourself and having high self esteem and giving yourself the permission to reset, to get up, to forgive yourself, to heal, to be your best self. But you have to see the potential inside of yourself. It's not my job. You see, all I can do as a life coach is encourage you. All I can do is inspire. All I can do is live my life, and hopefully somebody will see the way that I live my life. Maybe it will rub off on somebody and somebody will be inspired or encouraged to want to continue on. See, and that's why I'm not a perfect person. And I would never say I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time. I get sad, I get discouraged, but my strength, my power lies within me saying I'm going to endure. I refuse to give up. And when one door closes, you know what that means? Another one is going to open. So don't look at situations as seeing only the bad or the negative or the challenges and the sadness and what's not working. Think and focus your mind on what is working in my life, what's going well. One thing I'll say is you woke up today. Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. Every day you wake up, you have another day, another opportunity to be happy, another day to chase your dreams, another day to be confident, another day to say, I'm making it, even if it's just one step in front of the other. See, uh, I can't tell you guys enough that it's so many times where I don't I don't want to take the next step. I don't want to try. I want to stay in my misery. I want to feel sorry for myself. But that is what other people want. So there's so much people who watch you, your relatives, quote unquote friends, in other employees, people you work with. There's always going to be people who say, I knew they couldn't make it. Don't let those people win. You have to look at yourself and say, I'm strong. I'm proud of myself. I'm doing my best. And that's always good enough. And if you're not doing your best, this is when you have to speak to yourself and say, what is stopping me from doing my best? Do I not believe in myself? Am I allowing life? Am I allowing situations? Am I allowing people? Am I allowing lack of support? Am I allowing my health? Am I allowing whatever to get in the way of me getting up and continuing on and chasing my dreams and my goals and loving myself? Let me tell you guys something. Almost 10 years ago, I was at a rock bottom place in my life. This is just so much things were happening in my life, which I'll cover in a video. But I was going through so much in my life that I just said, you know what? I don't even want to be here anymore. Like, why is it worth it? I should just give up. No, nobody's helps me. Nobody cares about me. But I had to get You have to shake yourself up like, what are you doing? You cannot depend on other people for your happiness. You cannot depend on other people for your peace. You cannot depend on other people for your validation. You have to look within. And for me, that meant I had to do a lot of healing. I had to do a lot of unlearning those negative things, those projections that people love to drop on you. People love to say you can't do something, or you're this and you're that, and people put you down. And words do hurt, no matter what anybody says. Words do hurt. When you don't have people support you, or when people backstab you and treat you like a way that you would never treat them, that hurts. But you cannot vibrate in that space. I want to say to all my gems, how long are we going to allow other people to keep us stuck? How are you going to long are you going to allow other people to puppet you? How long are you going to let people waste your time? Waste your good thoughts, your inspiration, your motivation, your intelligence. Don't let people cause you to lose brain cells. No, we're not doing that. We're going to wake up every day and we're going to tackle the new day. Every day is a new challenge. See, and that takes a strong woman, or that takes a strong man to say, I'm going to get up. I'm going to fight today. I'm going to do my personal best. I will believe in myself even when I don't feel like it, even when I feel sad. See, it's nothing wrong, gems. It's nothing wrong to be sad. That's part of being human, but don't let yourself stay in that space. See, every time I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling discouraged, I set a timer. hmm I said, I'm going to let myself release these tears. I'm going to let myself scream. I'm going to let myself journal. Whatever you need to do. See, it's about healthy ways to cope with things. It's not about crashing out and screaming and yelling and expecting for people to heal us and for other people to help us. First, you got to help yourself. See, and that is really the reason for today's topic, about our own inner strength. True strength lies in overcoming the things you assumed you couldn't. See, there's some things that we assume that I'll never get over this. I'll never make that. I'll never receive that. See, like I was saying earlier, the power of the tongue, the power of your words. It's such a inspirational thing. It's the difference between you feeling good mentally and you feeling like you're worthless. See, and I have to tell you, from being in that space for so many years, you're not worthless. You're worthy. You're capable. You're deserving. You're enough. You're intelligent. You can make it. You're strong. You see how that is a whole different energy spectrum, from feeling that you're worthless to feeling that you're worthy? See, but it has to start with you. You have to be the one to say, I'm worthy. You have to say, I'm sad today. And then give yourself that permission. If you need to rest a little bit, if you need to journal, if you need to get out there, but give back to yourself. Pour into yourself. And so many of us, ladies and gentlemen, we give so much to so many people. You'll give to your kids and your friends and your jobs, and you'll give to all of these people, and you're not giving anything to yourself. And that's why you feel depleted. That's why your mental health is messed up. That's why you start having some of those health issues and problems, because you got to remember yourself. And the only way that we can truly be strong is we got to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. You got to do some things for yourself, ladies. You got to do some things for yourself, gentlemen. You got to set boundaries. Boundaries is not because other people like it. Boundaries is for yourself. It shows that you love yourself. I love myself, so I will assert myself. And if people leave your life, that's a good thing. That's because they don't deserve to hold that space in your life. They're wasting your time. They're playing games with you. No, don't let people sit in your life talking about Oh, I'm going to do better. Or the people who will only apologize so that you will keep doing whatever for them. No, we have to be the one to say, this is not good. This is not healthy. And because I love myself enough, you got to recognize the users, the drainers, the toxic people, the drainers, the takers, the users, the manipulative people, the people who only come around to be able to ride in your shadow. Because if you are a bright light, if you are a confident person, you cast a big shadow. And people want to be in your shadows because you're always receiving gifts and blessings and accolades, and things are happening for you in your life. And I congratulate all of you for all your hard work. Those of you, whether you're working or you're retired or you're whatever you find yourself in this space right now today, take care of yourself. We can only maintain our strength mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. We can only maintain that strength when we take care of ourselves here. Take care of your heart. Heal from things. Forgive yourself for what you allowed, and forgive yourself for when you were too tough on yourself. We can only be strong if we say, that's okay. I'll try again. Or it's okay, they're not in my life. I didn't need them. It's okay, they didn't deserve me. Don't beat up yourself for other people. You got to stand strong and firm in yourself. Okay? Loving yourself for the queen or the king that you are. Nobody can't give you that. That's the gift that only you can give yourself. Nobody can't give you love. People will say that they give you love, but the truth, that real love from inside, being confident, setting boundaries, doing things for yourself, knowing when you need a break and rest, that's real love. That's real strength. Not waiting for other people to give you the permission or the validation to do things, but the true strength is knowing, I'm not growing here. I'm not happy. They're using me. They're disrespectful, and loving yourself enough to say, I deserve better. That takes a really strong woman, and that takes a really strong man to say, I don't deserve trash. No, I'll move on. And who cares what other people think, especially when it comes to relatives. Usually relatives are the biggest category of people who take advantage of you, or people who expect for you to do things for them, but they do nothing for you. But, game recognized game. You got to know the games that people are playing and then cut them off. Cut off these toxic people. Cut off these manipulators, because we can only be strong if we're happy. We can only be strong if we have good people in our life, people who pour into us, people who help us to be our best self, people who will pat you on the back, or people who will give you a hug or whatever it is that you need at that time, and not you just having to wait for when they're ready. I don't know about you guys, but I have had so much people in my life that they only want to love you the way they love themselves. And you know what kind of way is that? It's not a good way, because they don't love themselves. They're very disrespectful. They treat themselves like trash. They just the way that they eat food, garbage food, is they treat you like garbage. People can only give you what they personally possess. And a person cannot give you love or respect your boundaries if they don't see anything good in themselves. See, first a person has to love themselves and be confident and be putting in the work to keep their strength, their sanity, their self-love, their self-awareness. And I think that's one of the best gifts that I ever gave myself, the gift to wake up every day and look at myself in the mirror and to say, you're enough. That's a gift, gems, to wake up and say, I don't need other people's validation. Okay? It's nice if you get it, but before I used to I used to literally be empty and hollow inside, waiting for friends and family and this person and that person to validate me, to see me, to spend time with me. I had to learn that my strength is spending time with myself and loving myself and applauding myself, not just for when I do good things, but when I have every reason to give up. How many really can resonate with this message today? How many of you want to give up and you have every reason to give up? Your life is a challenge. It's difficult. You're sad. You're frustrated. You're whatever. You have every reason to give up, but you don't. See, that is the time where you need to be celebrating yourself. In your challenge, don't wait just for wins. I applaud myself every time. I said, man, today was a hard day, but you pushed through it. You didn't give up. You didn't go backwards. You moved forward. We have to validate ourselves and we have to encourage ourselves. It's nobody else's job or responsibility. Always is putting hearts in the chat. Always says, you have restructured your mindset. Yes, always. I have. You have to learn to be unapologetically selfish. Yes. Someone that checks in on you when you get quiet. They know the signs. Yes, that's a healthy relationship. Those healthy people. That's the time when you need to take a deep breath and reboot. Oh, wow. Yes. And I think that's one of the things that I personally had to learn. I had to learn when it was time for me to be calm. And I had to learn that there was a time where now you need to assert yourself and speak up and say, no, I don't like that. I don't want to do it. And that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's okay to say, I don't want something. I don't like it. Everything is not for everyone. You have to know what is good for you and what is not serving you and helping you and healing you and helping you to be a better person. And I do believe that some of that also comes up with your personal growth and development, where you are in your life, and saying, I give myself the permission to move forward and to not stay stuck, right? It's okay to be it's okay to be bossy. Ah, always. Yes. That's one of the things that I have to say to all of you, that it took me a long time to be in this space to say, I don't like this. I don't like how this person is treating me. See, what I used to do before is make excuses for people. Oh, one day they'll grow up. One day they'll love me. One day they'll support me. Why should you waste your time and your energy? No, don't. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Don't let people play in your face, play games with you. No, we're not doing that. Yes, I know, always. I know, I know. So I just wanted to tap in today and to give this message. Shout out to all of my mods. Shout out to the channel members. I appreciate every single one of you. In talking about today's message about true strength lies in you're getting up and to keep going. It's about endurance. It's about being courageous. It's about self-love. It's about motivating yourself and inspiring yourself, and not staying in the space of letting other people tell you who you are. You personally have to know who you are. Yes, today's title was True Strength Lies in Overcoming Things You Assumed You Can't. And I have to say, if there's anybody out there and people have told you, you'll never make it, you'll never be successful, you have a plan, you have a goal, you have a business, you have something you've been wanting to do, it's a lot of people that will hold you back from your dreams and your goals in your life. You're the one that has to say, this is what I want to do. And then do it. Make a plan. Okay? And then go for it. If you are always waiting on friends or a relationship or this or that perfect situation, I got to have the right amount of money. I got to have my friends, they got to come with me. I got to do this with this person or that person. What if those things never align? Are you going to waste your whole life waiting for people to friend you and support you and be there for you? No, we're not doing that. We're going to take every opportunity. We're going to be confident. We're going to love ourselves. We're going to assert ourselves. We're going to know our worth, okay? Always says, yes, that's true. And don't let yes people steer you wrong. Yes. Don't let other people tell you, like people will say, oh, that doesn't work. I tried that. Well, that's you, not me. When other people try to tell you think, oh, that won't work, sometimes it's because they're jealous of you. They're jealous of your strength. They're jealous of your resistance, of your persistence, I should say. They just like, how do you do it? You never give up. I want to say that to somebody. Never give up in doing something you want to do. The only thing that you got to overcome first is the mind. And in your mind, if you tell yourself you can do something, you will. All right? So don't give up. Love yourself. Be confident. Know you're worthy and very capable. Okay? Thank you guys so much for your support. Short and sweet message today. Make sure you check out the premiere that I just did. It's a beautiful premiere walking through the park area in downtown St. Petersburg, right by the water. It was really beautiful. Check out that vlog. And I will see you guys back. I'll be back on, let's see, Monday. I think Monday I'm going to do another live. So I'll see you guys back on Monday. Thank you, all of you, for your support. Don't give up. Keep your head up. Believe in yourself. Be confident and go for what's yours. You're strong. You're powerful. Words have power. And say that to yourself every day. All right? Sending you positive vibes and elevation and empowerment, mindset shifting. Know that you're enough. Okay? Sending you all of that positive energy. Okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you always, and everybody who came through today. I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe to Life with Marlene. Join my channel membership. It starts at 99 cents, okay? I will see you guys on the next one. Love yourself. And you know what I say over here on Life with Marlene? Love your life and live your life. Peace, guys.